Hey, happy campers, few tips on towing. Ready, set, go. First tip, make sure your 7-way is plugged in tightly and we're checking all of our lights and our brake controller to ensure they're working. So if our lights, our brake controller, none of that signal is making it to our trailer, or some of it is, some of it isn't, check your owner's manual. You probably have a fuse panel under the hood. Check in your owner's manual for left blinker for trailer, right blinker for trailer, brake lights for trailer. It's all gonna say trailer stuff. Check those fuses there and make sure none are blown, because that'll keep any of that stuff on the trailer from working. So if we checked our fuses and we're sure that our 7-way plug is working correctly, come over to the plug on the trailer and take a flathead screwdriver and just squeeze these prongs together right here. Sometimes they get a little spaced out and they're not making good contact to the 7-way on your truck. Ensure that your breakaway cable is attached to the receiver hitch itself, not to the tow chains that you're using for safety. What is our breakaway? Well, it's this little box right here. It's hooked to our 12-volt battery. So to start with, we have to have a great 12-volt battery in here. Otherwise, none of this is gonna work. If for whatever reason our hitch or anything disconnects from our vehicle, then that's why it's important this stays on the receiver hitch of the truck. It'll pull this pin out, battery voltage will pass through here and activate the brakes on your trailer and bring it to a stop. So we know we have to have a good battery, we have to have this tied down properly on our receiver hitch, and we also need to make sure that this pin is inserted correctly into our box here to ensure that the emergency brakes aren't active while we're towing. Weight distribution is also important. We need to load our unit properly, make sure that we have things even on the passenger and driver's side when it comes to weight, and not too much weight in the rear, because that can cause a lot of sway in the back of the unit. We also need to make sure once our distribution hitch is hooked up that we have a proper setup and not too much weight on the back of our truck. Otherwise, the front end is going to be light and we're going to lose some capabilities when it comes to steering. Your vehicle should also be equipped with a brake controller, whether it's from the factory or it's one aftermarket. Know your brake controller, educate yourself from the owner's manual on it, on what the settings are. So you're going to have different voltages, and those voltages from 1 to 10 are going to be your brake output to the brakes on the trailer. 1 is going to be the lowest, 10 is going to be the highest, and it all depends on how hard you want that trailer to brake whenever you go to stop. Your brake controller can work not just from hitting your brake pedal, but also in an emergency situation. We talked about if we have too much weight on the rear of our unit, it can cause a lot of tail sway. It can happen if our system isn't set up properly or we're not using sway bars. It can happen at any point from a crosswind. So what you do is you let off of the brakes, keep control of your vehicle, and then start to manually slide your brake controller in, bringing your trailer to slow everything down. This activates the brakes on the trailer only. You want what's behind you to slow the vehicle down. So emergency situations where you feel that trailer going nuts behind you, just hit that slider slowly and try to help that trailer bring you to a stop. Another thing the brake controller can be used for is testing your brakes on your trailer. It's a good idea to test them before you hit the road. Put your vehicle in drive, hold down on that brake controller slide, and you should feel that trailer hold you up and keep you from moving. This is the max voltage you can put out whenever you hit that slider right there. That'll keep the trailer locked up, and you shouldn't be able to move unless, of course, you hit the gas pedal. That'll let you know your brakes are adjusted properly, they're braking on your trailer, and you're ready to hit the road safely. Last tip is fifth wheel or travel trailer. Yes, the manufacturer gives you the height of it in their specs, but once you're hooked to your truck, that can change. Make sure you get on the roof, measure from the top of your AC down to the ground, and ensure you know what your height is, especially if you add anything onto your unit. If you want a deeper dive on any of these tips, you can find it on our Great American RV YouTube channel under the Helpful Hacks playlist. That wraps up some of our towing tips. If you have more out of experience or you have questions, leave them down in the comments below. Give us a like, share, follow, and follow for more helpful hacks at Great American RV, where we bring the how-to to you.